Increasing cloud cover today ahead of a storm system rolling in on Saturday with Crashy the cold front. Let's tell you all about it in this Friday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Hi there, I'm Texas Storm Chasers Baldy-in-Chief David Reimer. It is Friday the 28th of November 2025. Thanks for taking time out of your busy and festivous holiday to pop on in for some Texas weather information. We definitely appreciate it. And just a little quick heads up, we do have our 2026 weather calendar out and available. Just click on the box that pops up here on the YouTube screen for more information on that. It makes a great gift. And, well, if you're looking for some good storm photography of your own, hey, you don't have to go very far. Let's go ahead and get into the high-res rapid refresh model for today, tonight, into Saturday. We are expecting increasing cloud cover today and tonight with some mist and drizzle possible through the day. Showers are certainly going to be possible going into tonight after sunset across the eastern half of the state. On Saturday, you can see this model tries to clear some things out, North Texas, Northeast Texas, before Crashy the cold front pushes south. And with that, a line of thunderstorms expected to develop. Tomorrow afternoon, we're also going to have to keep an eye out for new afternoon thunderstorm development in the Brazos Valley, the Piney Woods of East Texas, Southeast Texas, and the Golden Triangle. Some of those storms that are out by their lonesome tomorrow afternoon, and then tomorrow night with the southward moving cold front, will have the potential of producing some hail, strong wind gusts, and perhaps a brief tornado. You can see that here with the severe weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. Again, them showing the possibility of isolated severe storms Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening across really northeast Texas, North Texas, the Brazos Valley, central Texas, the coastal plains, southeast Texas, the Golden Triangle, the Piney Woods of East Texas up to the Toledo Bend Reservoir. That's about a 1 in 10 to a 1 in 20 chance of a severe storm within 25 miles of your location. We'll keep an eye on things going into tomorrow in case things get a little more rambunctious. Otherwise, after Saturday, well, Sunday, we're still going to have some rain and storms across the state before those move out, with much cooler temperatures being pushed south behind Crashy the cold front, probably the strongest one we've had so far this season, going into, well, the week. So you can see that front pushing offshore Sunday evening, I should say. By Monday, you could see another round of light to maybe moderate rain, eastern third of the state. Not looking at a severe weather setup. Maybe a few snow flurries in the Panhandle. Not looking like a significant event in any way, shape, or form at the moment. Otherwise, after that, we are expecting less active weather for Tuesday, Wednesday, and probably Thursday, though after that we'll have to wait and see what comes around the bend going towards Friday of next week. Forecast rain totals over the next several days from the Weather Prediction Center, really not looking at all that much in terms of most of the state. Along and west of I-35, you can see unless you're in North Texas or the Hill Country, we're not expecting much more than a 1/10 of an inch of rain. Parts of the Hill Country, North Texas, west of 35, could see maybe up to a 1/4 inch of rain, a little locally more at times. Otherwise, best chance of over an inch of rain over the next 5 days will be East Texas, Southeast Texas, the Brazos Valley, the coastal plains. We could see a little more than 2 inches of rain around Houston to Beaumont, up to Lufkin. We'll have to keep an eye out for street flooding and localized flash flooding issues with that, but not expecting widespread flooding at this point. Today's high temperature forecast, not too bad. We're looking at highs mostly in the 50s and 60s across the state. An exception being along and west of the Trans-Pecos and to the borderland of the Big Bend, 70s this afternoon. And those of you in the coastal plains, South Texas down to the Rio Grande Valley, the lower Texas Gulf Coast, we're looking at highs in the 70s as well. Tomorrow, Warming up, we're going to see mostly 70s and 80s across the southeastern 75% of Texas with compressional heating ahead of crashing the cold front, which you could see barreling down the Texas Panhandle. Highs tomorrow, and this is from 6 a.m. onward tomorrow, in the 40s in the Panhandle. Temperatures are going to drop across the northwestern half of the state going into tomorrow afternoon, so high temperatures may be in the morning or early afternoon hours. You're going to know when the cold fronts arrive because it's going to get pretty chilly, and we're going to have strong north winds over 40 miles an hour at times, leading to nasty wind chills. Going into Sunday morning, lows into the teens. We're looking at about 15 to 20 for the Panhandle and West Texas. A hard freeze for sure. Wind chills in the single digits. It is going to be cold Sunday morning. Lows probably in the 20s. Northwest Texas, the big country, eastern Permian Basin. Low 30s down into the Concho Valley, Hill Country, North Texas, Northeast Texas. So northwestern half of Texas by Sunday morning, expect a freeze. If you have sensitive plants still outdoors, well, you're going to want to do something about that. Sunday afternoon, how about high temperatures in the 30s across the Panhandle and West Texas? 38 in both Amarillo and Plainview, up to Dalhart. 33 up in Perryton. It's possible temperatures may be a little colder than that. Wind chills down the 20s. Highs in the low to mid 40s across the Permian Basin, big country, North Texas, Texoma, Northeast Texas, into the Hill Country. It's going to be cold. That is for sure. How about a high of 50 in Austin, 53 San Antonio, about 58 in Houston. We're looking at 61 in Beaumont. Still 74 in Brownsville before the cold front pushes south during the day Sunday. Monday morning, 17 in Plainview, 20 in Lubbock, 20 in Amarillo, 18 in Perryton over to Dumas and Dalhart. We're looking at 30 in Wichita Falls, about on the outskirts of DFW, 30 to 32. Right in the inner heat island, probably closer to 34, 30 up in Texarkana, 32 Brownwood, Abilene, Sweetwater, 30 in Odessa and Midland, 31 in places like Kerrville to Fredericksburg, 30 in Llano. We're looking at 39 San Antonio, 35 in Austin, 37 in Waco, about 45 in Houston, upper 40s all the way down into South Texas, 41 out in El Paso. Monday's high temperatures, coldest Panhandle, Northeast Texas. Temperatures may not get out of the 30s. 37 in Texarkana. We're looking at about 42 in DFW, 41 in Amarillo. Starting to warm up again, though, southwestern Texas. Big Bend back in the 70s. 62 in McAllen, about 53 in San Antonio, 49 in Austin, 48 in Houston. It's going to be a chilly Monday for sure, with, again, some chance of rain. And then depending on temperatures in northeast Texas, we may see a little snow mix in, just a few flurries, not expecting accumulations at this point. And then going into Tuesday, we start a gradual warm-up. Still 40s northeast Texas, 60s southwestern half of the state, 50s and 60s. And then we may see another cool front starting to roll in on Thursday. All right, it's Friday, which means it's time to give a shout out to our Spinny Doomer members here on the Texas Weather Center. A big thank you to Anthony R. Pelosi Jr., Christina West, Donald Yellett, J.A., Mandy Kim, Nancy Rosenberg, Knight Davis, Paranoid Pocho, r/Tornado Chats, who some of y'all know as Scott, an amazing moderator of ours, Rascal ZX2, who I missed out last week. I'm very sorry about that. Samantha D. and Tanya McGee. Thank you, everyone, for helping to support us here at the Texas Weather Center and the Texas Storm Chasers. We greatly appreciate it. Again, you can find some awesome Texas Storm Chasers merch in our store, texasstormchasers.store, or just click on some of the products listed here on YouTube. And with that being said, we'll keep an eye on storm chances tomorrow. We'll have weather updates going through the weekend with that. So stick around. We'll see you again later. Have a good one, and God bless.